Hey gang, Tony here. We are on our way out of town up to Timberline Lodge, the shooting place of The Shining. So we're gonna go up there and see what kind of movie magic they actually put into the film, if everything that we saw on film was as it really is. And I thought that my son and I could go back and forth with some Shining trivia, being as it's one of my favorite movies. Written by Stephen King. The movie was directed by Stanley Kubrick. We're gonna see who wins, the shining superhero or the fail whale who knows nothing. And I will hand the first factoid over to my son.
I don't know if you know this, but during filming, did you know that Stanley Kubrick made the whole cast watch The Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby, and Eraserhead to try and get them in the right frame of mind for his movie?
In the book, they didn't have the hedge maze. They had the animal hedges that actually came alive. But because it was filmed back in the day, they didn't have special effects like that. They didn't have CGI and stuff like that. So Stanley really couldn't figure out a way of doing it effectively, and that's why he changed the hedge animals to the hedge maze.
Did you know that Jack Nicholson just stopped reading the script entirely because of how many changes Stanley Kubrick made to the script? So every morning Jack would just get his part of the script for that day, and that's all he would read.
The road that they traveled up to the Overlook in Sidewinder and everything like that was actually filmed in Montana. It wasn't any of the roads here in Oregon.
Guess I knew more than you expected, eh?
Suspiciously so. I think you've been brushing up on your trivia in preparation for this trip. And dude, what are you doing with your phone?
Nothing.
You got it on your phone!
No.
Oh, you suck! You fail! Fail!
Oh.
Looking at the ominous Overlook Hotel. Dun dun dun! All the shots of Timberline Lodge from the front were legit. Everything from behind and everything inside were all sets created back in England. This is the infamous room 217 in the book, and Timberline requested that Kubrick change it to room 237 because they were afraid that people would be afraid to stay in here. So if you haven't seen The Shining and you need to go out and you need to rent it, you need to buy it, you need to live it, here's Johnny.